Bonjour.
Bonjour, Monsieur Chingy, Mademoiselle Vicky.
Oh, that was in French?
Yeah.
Hi, Omari.
What's up, sis?
You're here?
Yeah.
No, Omari.
Finally in the building.
Finally in
Okay.
the place. And it's been a long time.
Yes, it has.
So, first of all, Omari, how long you been in the scene? For those who don't know.
Well, I've been in the scene for about 5 years. 4 to 5 years now.
Oh, 4 to 5 years now.
Yes.
And you was a con.
Yes, that was my first house. My first house I was ever in was Con, New York City.
Okay.
After that, I left the house of Con. It wasn't really no shade or anything like that, but I was involved in a relationship with someone in the house.
Sasha?
Yes, Sasha.
Better known as Fatima, if I don't know who don't know.
Who she is. We were in a relationship together, and just things were right with us, but just being in a relationship and in the same house together, it was just too much, going on. So I left the house. She stayed. I became a 007.
Were you and Fatima in love?
Yes, that was my wife.
I believe she was a boy at the time when y'all was together. Or y'all was
No, she was a female figure.
Oh, she was a female figure?
Yeah, she was a female figure.
What caused the breakup?
Just us being young, put it like that. Us being young, it was a young move, stuff like that. We really didn't know too much of where we wanted to keep the direction going. We knew that we had a lot of love for each other, and we knew that we cared a great deal about each other, but it was just like too much going on, and we felt as if, it was best for us to be friends, and have each other's back. So to this day,
cordial.
To this day we're cordial. To this day we still have a lot of conversation, great times. And shout out to my wife, Sasha.
Would you ever go back out again?
No. I think I like our relationship right now as friends, really good friends.
Okay, that's nice. Now, what about your whole Chanel days?
Well, like I said, became a 007 after Con. I had walked a Rumble Ball. They had Free Agent, Vogue, and who walked? I walked. A couple other people. Katrina walked that night too, and we was actually the last battle. And R was there. He noticed me. He was on the panel. He noticed me, and I ended up winning that category. And he approached me at the end of the ball. And he said, I'm reopening up the New York City, House of Chanel, and I would like you to be a part of it. So I said, well, it wasn't my next choice to go to, but it was, I was like, you know what, to be under R as a,
Were y'all Chanel at the same time?
Yeah, for a while, and then I ended up leaving.
That was the time, okay. Chanel was fab at that. They was fab at that point.
Yeah,
It was
coming
cute.
up. It was coming up. It was definitely cute. New York City became out the New York City Awards Ball.
Now, speaking of both of the House of Con and House of Chanel, right now it's something they doing good. Right now is where they got their new camera and stuff with the Con.
They're doing a really good job.
Do you have any regrets about being Mizrahi?
No, I don't. I mean, the only reason why I say that is because my that's my family. Mizrahi is really the house that I wanted to ever be in. From when they were Givenchy's, and I first came out when the clubhouse was on in Harlem at the Karate Club. That was my shit, and I was like, it was Givenchy at that moment, and I loved it. I loved everything they was doing, and then they became Mizrahi's. It was like, wow. And then my mom being Tahiri and Mizrahi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel, about the whole Tyshawn and Little Mama leaving the house? How do you feel about? And at one point, Naomi, how did you feel when all three dashed? Because Naomi was home for a little beat. I believe 2-3 months, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, well, with Tyshawn and Naomi being my sister, and Little Mama being my friend, it was like, I did feel like, damn, they left. That was like my clique. That was my crew. And it was like...
Shoshana, she's still down?
Shoshanna's still down. She's still in Mizrahi.
Oh, okay, no.
She's just very, on the low right now.
Porno shit right now.
No.
Nah,
she's
shout
doing
out to you, I love her.
Shout out to my sister Shoshana. She's doing what she got to do. Bigger and better things. Getting her education. Doing everything she got to do.
Shout out to her.
All right. Some of you fags need to come out and do that. But, that's another whole show, basically. Right. We got to get her up on here.
Right. I love Shoshana at the end of the day, but I just had to say that. Now.
Don't love her too much.
Ooh. She doesn't love you back.
I don't care. It was not
You know, there was some tea between. Well, that's another show.
I
It's
tell
my
you,
time.
yeah, everybody knows. And me, if you want to get technical,
Okay.
and Perry. But, you know, I don't want to get that deep. Now, Mizrahi Day, do you feel like when you was a con show, you know, no shit, Omari, like you was getting, like the girls didn't see it, you wasn't getting through, Cassandra said you every time, well, almost every time. First of all, how do you feel about Cassandra always beating you? And sometimes, Omari, no shit, I've been at certain boards, you fucked her up. But being that she's Cassandra, it's still, but you would think that, from in New York City, you would think of the dramatic girls, Cassandra, you. Ronaldo,
I mean, I'm still a dramatic.
homies,
I am the dramatic girl. You know, I am a dramatic girl. I wouldn't say that.
You think you're underrated?
No, I don't. I don't think I'm underrated. I mean, I don't. I really don't care if I am. You know, quite frankly, it's it's what I put out there. So I can only be rated by what I put out there. So I choose to generate what I choose to throw to you.
So do you feel like you got more life as a Mizrahi than a Chanel and a Con?
No, because as a con, I was just fresh. I was fresh off the motherfucking boat, bitch, you could say. So it was like, I got chopped and stuff like that, and I kept practicing, at it. Became a Chanel. I turned it at the Icon Ball when I had on my little red bow in the back, and everyone was gagging at that. Yeah, there was a fab little a little moment for me, and it was good.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You did what?
I did leave right after that. That was a kegger. But like I said, it was because of my family, my bloodline, Naomi, Tahiri, Shoshana, Ruben.
Speaking of Naomi, you talking about the Mizrahi. Well, Tahiri, let's talk about Tahiri. How do you feel about her leaving the whole Mizrahi scene?
She never left.
Oh, she
no, she's still a Mizrahi, It's Mizrahi at heart, And I would say, she, like I said, she has her life. She has her life. Her
Is she married to Ruben?
Ruben and stuff. So it's like.
Speaking of marriages, or would you ever take it to that page and get married? It's okay.
Yes, I do. I would believe that. Well, a lot of people don't know about my sexual orientation at first. Let me clarify it. I don't just like butch queens. I don't just like Trey. I like female figures, butch queens. Stuff. It's basically about your personality. If your personality doesn't match with mine, then it's a no-no. But if we do go together, I don't care about, if you are a female figure, if you're that. I don't care for that. It's how you make me feel, how I make you feel, how we connect. So that's more of it. And to me, that's someone being real. Mm-hmm. Give everyone a chance, stuff like that. I don't gotta do stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Now, speaking of, you was the dyke. You was with a dyke, I believe. I don't know.
Yes, I was.
What happened with that situation?
Well, she's not a person that's in the scene. She's someone that was out the scene. We almost had our first child.
Oh.
Yeah, we almost. But
are you ready to be a father, though? Do you think?
I would think I am, because I'm a father to the kids that I have, in the gay scene, and I think I'm stable enough to also be a father out in the real world, and I have a lot to teach my kids, if I ever do have children. But my big thing is, I want kids, but I would love to adopt. That's my thing.
Why would you want to adopt? Why you want to have your own? Is sperm good enough?
Baby, I'm African, bitch. It's always banging up in this bitch.
Okay.
I got plenty of coconuts.
Yeah, speaking of like we have raised a lot of people. I want you to clear out. A lot of people think you're African, Trini. What are you, Omari?
I am. Oh, bitch, you tried it. Yes, my name is Usman.
Yeah. Indeed.
What you call it? I am African, but I'm British and African. I was born in London. Raised in West Africa, Senegal. I was born in Kent, London, South London. Yes. And I have a huge house out there. It's a huge house. It's gorgeous. I have my horses out there. I love them. I ride horses. I'm really a white boy, basically. I'm like a white boy in a black boy's body, you can say. I love fencing, horseback riding, golf, all that type of stuff.
Black people like that.
That's nice. Come on, that's very nice.
It's classy. It's classy.
Very classy. We're gonna come back, Omari. This nanny, I'm about to fire this nanny. Like, this nanny is just being so disrespectful. I'm gonna fire her. The chain's about to be up. I can't have this nanny. I have to get a new nanny. Contract is up. So we're gonna come right back on the Vicky.